afternoon, campers. So I was not intending on filming today, so therefore I look a mess. But we had a little bit of extra time, so we thought we'd go ahead and try and check off one of our many projects on our to-do list, because we got nothing better than to sit around and come up with these things. But anyways, while we were on our last camping trip, we got the blender out to make some smoothies and stuff. And we usually keep that in our undercarriage because we honestly have nowhere to put it. It is a very large Margaritaville blender. So we were like, well, where can we put it? And then we had a few other things like this fruit bowl. I'd rather not be sitting here. So we were like, well, maybe we could put some shelves here. But then we realized the slide comes in this way. Well, they have to be removable and possibly adjustable because Lord knows what we're going to put on them. So anyways, we came up with a plan. We went to Lowe's. We got all our stuff. And we're going to start the project today. I'm going to obviously update you as we go along and show you exactly what we did. But we bought a piece of plywood that is going to go top to bottom that we're going to stain to match the cabinets and the wall, the dark wall here. We're going to put the adjustable shelving brackets from top to bottom. And then we are going to start out with 4 shelves. And we put the brackets on the bottom, that just clip into the little thing. And so those will be screwed to the shelves. The shelves are going to be made out of plywood too. And they are going to come off the wall about 10 inches, which means the door will only go to like right about there, which we don't think is a huge problem. But again, we can remove them if we decide we don't like it. So that is going to be our solution for extra shelving in the kitchen, or one of our solutions. We'll probably have more along the way. And we've got a whole list of other projects, so I hope you stay tuned for the many different changes that we will make. And we've already made a bunch of changes. If you haven't seen those videos, check those out as well. But anyways, let's get started. Yay, I'm so excited.
Alright, so we're laying out the backboards for our shelves. Since the studs in the camper are few, far between, or not laid out in the right place, we found out in our old camper that if you can add a supportive structure on the front side, then you have plenty of solid surface to screw to. Shelves aren't carrying that much load, so I know I've got a stud at 9.5 inches over from where I'm going to land this side of this board that we had cut at Lowe's. So I've marked myself, I think 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 holes that should line up with a stud. I'll pre-drill those. I think I have some structure where this side of the board is, so I'm going to attempt, just using a screw head to space out, attempt another pilot hole on the edge. I may have to drill it at a bit of an angle and countersink it. And I know I don't have any structure, but I do have the glue on, so I'm going to put another screw along this edge at each point so it's nice and even and meet my OCD needs. We'll show you on the inside when we go to dry fit it, where it'll go and how it'll work. I think it's good. You like it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So like we did outside, I was marking holes. I have the edge holes here that I think they've got some structure. Behind there it might catch. But there's a stud that runs this way. I've got 5 holes all pre-drilled here. And then these over here, I don't think there's anything there. Maybe there is, but there's a glue on, so at least it'll pull that board into the wall and hold it in place. And then we'll put our tracks for our shelves and our adjustable tracks so we can put our shelves in. We'll make it look easy and quick.
Very exciting. Trying to get around here. Let's see. Salt lines right up over there on the right to the corner piece. Up on the top to that edging. I don't know that it could have actually fit more perfect than that. And as you can see, the color matches.
We got lucky when we found that paint.
I know that paint is amazing. I obviously had that in the video, but I will try to take a picture of it and post it again so everybody knows.
The spray cans are horrible.
The spray can is horrible, yeah. But it matches perfectly to this, and isn't that the one we used for the Apex? No, we mixed the stain for the Apex, that's right. But anyways, so we'll put in the rest of the screws. Next step is doing the shelves and brackets, and we'll show you that as we go.
Alright, so our next step, we're going to put our brackets in for our shelves to clip into. In the camper, not everything's always perfectly level, even when it says it's level. So you can measure off stuff, but that's also crooked, but we're just kind of going to go with our straight line that we've established here as our main measurement. Also, I'm going to split the difference from the top to the bottom with a gap, and I looked around and I saw that we had this tray that we use on our couch that I could sit down and have a place to rest this on, so I don't have to hold it. I pre-measured and decided to go with a 3-inch spacing to the edge off of each. I put my other on the side here, and that left me with a 10-inch gap in the middle, which is the exact measurement of the shelves we're going to use that we had pre-cut at Lowe's that you saw earlier in the video. And these shelves will go up here like this. So that will allow me, once I mount the first rail and get it, I'm going to use a level and a tape measure to this edge to make it straight with this board. I'll set this board in here like this also, and that'll hold me square so that I can now put this beside of it, screw it all together, and in theory everything will be nice, level, square, and spaced the same, look nice when it's done. So we'll come back after I get it installed. Alright, so we've got them installed. It seems to have worked rather well. So again, I rested on the bottom. You can see how they helped me with a third hand in a tight corner. And then I used this after I mounted this one, got it where I wanted it. I just sandwiched the board between and started screwing. And I brought it up with me as I worked like this and held it tight, so that gave me even spacing. And these are the arms here. They're hard to see on there.
I see.
And I don't know which one I just took that from.
Not that one.
That was high. So this is one of the shells we're going to use in paint and all, but you know, works out good. I set a level on it. It's not perfect, but it's close enough that we're not putting anything's going to roll off there. We are going to have to figure out a way to put a bump stop on the corners. I don't feel like cutting the corners or doing anything. We want to have useful shelves, but for us, that's wide enough for the door. We talked about it in depth, and we agreed we could live with that instead of it closing all the way or opening all the way here.
We're gonna start with 4 shelves, and I know that, you know, it doesn't seem like much, but if you live in a camper, you know that's like a ton of extra space.
And this is the purpose, and while we're so high, this always sits out. So we don't have a pantry. It'll be a semi-open pantry. That's our step stool.
I'm very short, so I need that.
Sitting here, which I'm getting ready to bring that over and try that out, I guess.
Yeah, I guess we can try
we
that.
Can do that.
I told them that was the main reason why we were doing this, because we need this mixer inside. Mainly because Jason wants a space back in his garage down there.
It takes up a lot of room.
But also because I like to use my mixer.
And there's a gap behind here, and you guys can't see on film. I spoke earlier about how things are nicely square and perfect in a camper.
And there's an outlet right there, so that's what he's talking about, the gap where we can put the plug right down there and plug it in.
And these walls are not 90 degrees to each other. I can tell that by the gap I've got that grows, but looks like it'll work for our needs. And our next step will be to paint the shelves, sand and paint the shelves, and get those installed on these brackets.
And then we will show you the completed project.
No, these ones don't have it on.
I know, you took them off. Take them off the rest. See, these children do come in handy with our projects.
I should
Nice and shiny. Get the stickers off. Get the brackets ready. Almost there. Okay, we are finally ready to show you the final product of our shelves. I think, well, I mean, it is kind of the final project. We have a product. We have a few things we want to do. We want to add a little bit of lighting, and we still got to deal with the bottom part where the cords are at. But overall, we are done.
Back burner.
Yeah, that's back burner. We have other big projects, like you can see that right back there, but we're not going to point that out. We're thinking about cutting a hole in the camper, guys, but we're going to talk about that later. Anyways, so we have finished our shell. Oh, you can see them over there. Okay. Are you ready? One,
They're so exciting.
two. It's very exciting. Go move. Okay. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Isn't it great? It adds so much storage. Look at that. They're fully adjustable. We're going to show you here.
Okay. I'm not really sure where we left off. We shot this in so many segments, and I don't do the editing, so I'll just quickly show you that the shelves. Actually, we didn't shoot putting these together at all, right?
The shelves. No,
So
you're going to take the top one off and show them.
Shop shelves that you can buy the parts to at Lowe's. We've shown those in the videos.
Yep.
And so I've got to find screws I'm happy with. I didn't see anything at Lowe's today that we were in there shopping, so I had some laying around that fit the need. But what I did with these shelves was I hung the brackets in there individually. I sat the wood on there and took a tape measure, just made sure everything was nice and even to my liking from the edges, and I ran the screws up in there. So we didn't shoot that. There was something else going on. I don't know what.
I think we were bringing the kids to VBS. It was a whole thing.
So, yeah. Anyway, we got that done and did it 4 times. And Christy spent a couple hours figuring out what she wanted to do, and this is what she wound up with. Hopefully, it's
and now I can use my
idea.
blender whenever I want, because behind this, you have something else to say about the shelves? What do you guys say
Well,
about
I'm
the shelves?
saying we can set this over here wherever you decide for travel.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that's the point why they're movable. You know, could we have made a better looking shelf? Absolutely. I mean, this blends great, though. It looks great.
Well, look at it, guys. It looks like it belongs here. So you see the back piece we were talking about? Like, it goes top to bottom, other than the trim up there. So it just looks like it belongs here. Like, it doesn't even
There's
look...
not a lot to say about shelves.
It should have actually been here in the beginning build. I'm just going to say.
It changed how it feels in here, because we're in here every day.
Yeah.
So when you walk in our doors,
here, let me show you.
Hold on. Right now.
Well, kind of, but this part right here, it's
door,
not a mess. There's just like a there. I'll show you. It's just our water bottles.
Temporarily, but it had the tissue box and our
that
internet box sitting on it. So that took up a lot of space where we coming and going. You need a place to put something down. You got to have that open spot. And then you have our fruit bowl, which is it's only half full, folks. This is
we eat a lot of fruit.
It's usually a lot more robust than
we
this.
do. We have a lot of fruit. It's sat right there. You see it in all the videos.
It just ate up all the space. It feels so much more.
But now I have a whole counter, counter full of room. And it was able to free, that thing was in our basement, our Margaritaville mixer. I couldn't use it, which I love because I use it all the time for like smoothies and stuff like that.
And then we used it one time and got ants.
Yes.
So, because we used it in the basement. So now we know.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's easier.
It splatters.
It's a lot easier in here. But, so anyways, that is our final product. We are super duper happy with it. It adds lots of space. It's completely convertible. If we have different size things that we choose to put there later on, we can move the shelves up and down, all the way up and down that wall.
We're looking for a better bumper. That was one thing.
Yeah, we did. We got those bumpers at Dollar Tree.
It's a Dollar Tree bumper, but for now, it keeps
works.
the door from hitting this box. Isn't there normally? Christy's hiding stuff from y'all.
No, I'm trying to show you what we're trying to find. We're trying to find a box that fits there. That's the width of the shelf. And not wider than the shelf, because I want the door to be able to open the width of the shelf, which is why we measured it that way to begin with. But slide the box out for me, would you please?
So, she's hiding. We haven't bought.
So right there.
For power right now.
Right, but either way, I still would like something to go there, because again, that's an extra space I can use for storage. So if I have a little box that fits that space, I can put things in there, and it's not messy, because I don't like clutter. So it would work. I think that's all.
And there's no moving the power because we have went through that.
Yeah,
The
things.
framing
Yep,
and the
there's
moving
things.
of the door for the bathroom
Yep.
on the other side and everything. Just that power is where it is.
Yeah.
So,
But like
we'll
I said
make do
before,
with
we are working on adding lighting.
it. Just a little bit of
Kinda.
light
A
hidden.
little bit of
Yeah.
accent lighting. Because
Bobby
our
brought it up.
our 8-year-old, she brings that up because Daddy can put lights everywhere. So
I quickly figured out how to do it. Didn't know I could. And we'll show that off another time with a short or something, I guess, right?
yeah. But anyways, that's it. If you have any questions on how we did any of this, please feel free to ask. And as always, thanks for watching.
Don't be afraid to fix your own stuff either.
You sound like
Look
Tim
like
Allen
this.
there.
I know.
Hey campers, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe and hit the like button. And hit that bell.